Hi students, we have already discussed about the three sectors in our economy, that is primary sector, secondary sectors and the tertiary sectors. And we also got that nowadays tertiary sectors improved much. Why? That also we already learn because of basic service, transportation improved and rise in income. These are the things that why people in are very much engaged in the better job that we already learn. Now today I will discuss about the comparing the three sectors, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. The various production activities in the primary, secondary and tertiary sector produce a large number of goods and services. Also the three sectors have large number of people working in them to produce these goods. But how we will count the various goods and services, and how we will know the total production in each sector? For this, we have to count the value of the goods. Now, diversity in the production that we know, we cannot compare an orange with a pen, but we can compare the value of the two products. Suppose if the value of a car is 1 lakh and the value of pen is 1 crore, then we will count that the value of pen is much more than the car. Now we will see that the final goods and services. Now you see that there is one precaution in one has to take. Not ever good or services that is produced and sold needs to be counted. It makes sense only to include the final goods and services. Now we will see how this value of the production we will count. To count the value of production, we have to see that the three sectors we have to go, and we will add the goods and services, but we will not count the intermediary ones. Like, for example, suppose there are three sectors A, B and C. A is the primary sector, B is the secondary sector and C is the tertiary sector. And to produce goods, suppose aloe vera, then the aloe vera is produced by A, and with rupees 50 he sold this to B, that is in secondary sector, with rupees 80. And here you see that he is again sold this aloe vera and make something and sold this to the tertiary sector, that is in the shop. He makes oil with this aloe vera and sold this in to C, that is in tertiary sector, in the shop, and the shop seller sell these items with rupees 100. So if we add 50 plus 80 plus 100, then we will get 230. But here GDP, that is GDP, gross domestic product, but rupees 230 will not be the gross domestic product because that is not the value. Why? Because value of final goods will be less. Why? Because here rupees 50 aloe vera, the person A produced and sell it to B with rupees 50, and when the B is selling this to see with rupees 80, that times 50 has already he has paid to aloe vera, that is A, and he get only 30. And here when C sold this to 100, that means 20. So 30 plus 20, so 50 plus 30 plus 20, that is rupees 100. These 100 will be the value of the final goods which the services within the country, that is the gross domestic product. Now here is a limitation that this must be within a country. These gross domestic product should be within a country. In India, the mammoth task of measuring GDP is undertaken by the central government of ministry. This ministry, with the help of the various government departments of all the Indian states and union territories, collect information relating to total volume of goods and services and their prices, and then estimate the GDP. Now I think you can understand the value of product how. And here there is historical changes in the sector, that previously if we see the history, we can see that in history the primary sector, that is agricultural sector, was much more important. But later when there is development, due to development, you can see that new methods of manufacturing are introduced, and the secondary sector gradually became the most important, and the total production and employment. Hence, over time, its shift had taken place. This means the importance of the sector had changed. And then, secondary sector to tertiary sector. After, in the past 100 years, there has been a further shift, that is, after secondary sector to tertiary sector. And I told previously also in 2000, from 2003, the tertiary sector got much more importance. Thank you. Next, the rest.